Coming up next, after a brief message, Between Master and Disciples on Supreme Master Television. Gain new insights about life and the universe through words of wisdom from Supreme Master Ching Hai's spiritual lectures.
If we step beyond this material existence into the world of light and reality, even just one moment, we will know that this life is not the only and is not the best life there is.
Words of wisdom from Supreme Master Ching Hai's spiritual lectures on Supreme Master Television.
We invite you to listen to the following discussion by Supreme Master Ching Hai with association members in New York, USA, entitled True Love.
I wish you would handle your love and use it accordingly, and then we can conquer the world in 1 minute. But instead, you always throw your love at me and squeeze me and confine me. You know, with your love, you don't know what that feels. You never do. Well, maybe something close like you're not in love with somebody, but that somebody is extremely, intensely in love with you, and he pursues you and he chases you and he, he spies on you anywhere. That's the way you make me feel. I'm sorry, unfortunately, that's what it is. If it sounds very bad, forgive me, but it's truly, sometimes I feel, I need space. You do love me, that's for sure, definitely. No need insurance for that. But your love is so intense. Yes, truly. I cannot work with you if you carry your love around on your shoulder like that, without diffusing it, without controlling it. Just like you have a very good radio or television, but you don't control the volume to adjust for your hear ability and your space ability, as well as those of the neighbors, and it become a disturbance and annoyance instead of a pleasure. But never mind. I will keep telling you like this all the time until the day I die. And then you will keep doing what you do and loving me the way you do, just until the day you die. And we both try very hard to accommodate each other. Well, that's the way it is. I can't work with you. I tell you, really, truly, it could have been much better. This, for example, the fashion show last night. Our motive sometimes very, very pure. Most of the time, very pure. For example, if I want to show something, right, like the clothing, I didn't even intend to do the fashion show, just because some of our disciples and our friends are in the fashion business, and they think my clothes is more than up to international standard. More than... So they asked me to present it to the world, and after a lot of thinking or not thinking, I said, okay. And once I said, okay, my God, a lot of work to do. I cannot imagine. They keep telling me that they are experts. They know everything. And my secretary also say, I did it before. She did it before. She knows everything. Okay. So I say, wow, then you do it. No problem. But once I say, okay, I have to do everything. Oh, God. So I thought, I get the professional help, better, because I cannot rely on disciple. But but then sometimes they don't get enough the professional help and they get anybody else. And then I don't know who is professional, who is not. And it's a mess. And they come in and with their professional thinking, they mess up our things too. For example, I design my things, the white go with this and the purple go with that. We fix everything in one set, ready. So anybody who's a model can just take the whole set and fix herself up without even help. But of course they do have help. I'm the only one that don't have help. Each model has one person to wear the clothes for them, fix the shoes for them, fix the hair for them, fix the makeup for them. Each person, different. There is a makeup artist, there is a hair dresser, there's a dresser, shoe dresser, a fingernail dresser, flower dresser, for example, like that. But anyhow, we fix everything in one set, so they can do it. But the professional came in without knowing my intention and a different opinion. They mix everything up. Oh, this don't go with this. Too small, too big, too little, too much. And then they mix, instead of, adding things, slowly doing it. They take everything out. And then their things are not enough to replace it even. Therefore, it's a mess in the stage. It was the first day. And so some of our disciples think, okay, no more professional. We do it ourselves. I get into more trouble. Okay. And then anyhow, so they took a lot of disciples in and trained all over again. Last night. The first night we have different people, all professional. The second night we have all different people, all unprofessional. And I have to work through all this brain power, all these egos, all these characters, all these personalities, all these differences. So it's not only a blessing that I'm here, it's a miracle. So enjoy me, okay? Enjoy me while I last. I don't know if I last too long with all this. And because, the new people come in and they don't know many things. But at least because they don't know, they don't argue too much. Well, there's good point and bad point. But the worst point is when I step in and work with them. I told them I'm one of the workers. We work together to make this show. Don't look up on me as a master because I have to work now. But no chance. As soon as I step in, everybody, you know what it's like. I cannot describe it. I don't know why. And I have to work, concentrating, and fix everything as a mess already. And I have to, at the same time, deal with their emotion. Deal with their intensive care. But everybody come try to take care of me and try to make me feel loved and welcome. It's not necessary. I said, I'm one of your workers today. It takes nerves and energy to withstand all this loving energy directing to you at all time, in all directions. It's really, can you believe it? You know what it's like? This tremendous amount of energy. It just makes you unbalanced, unnerving if you're not stable enough. If you're not strong enough, and I'm only so small. Whew. Talking about Kung Fu. I'm the master. Wow. You beat me all the time with your love. Oh, God. And how can you deal with that? If somebody hates you, it's easy, right? It's easy. Because they don't want to see you, and you don't want to see them. And both of us are in peace. But when somebody loves you with such an intensity of fire, of the first love, of the last love, of the forever lasting love, oh, God. That's how I have to work through. You know, it takes tremendous amount of resistance and, you know, strong power and whatever it is. I don't know. I feel often shattered, you know. When I come home, I say, no, last time I see them, last time. But when I saw you again, my heart always softened, you know. And then I shed a few tears and I said, okay, I see you again tomorrow. And that's where my trouble begins. And it begins all the time. It always begins anew. Yeah. Why cannot you just work with me, you know, like ordinary college or anything like that? Then we can accomplish a lot of things and save a lot of time, energy, and we can help the world much, much better. Instead, you hinder my work many times. But I cannot blame you. I cannot scold you just because you love me. That's the problem. It's just that you cannot handle your love and you don't put it in the right direction. With such a tremendous amount of love and energy, you could do anything. If you don't, only directed it in one point at me and waste it and joke me with it, then we can do everything. Why I use a professional? Okay. I tell you something. I tell you the truth. I always tell you the truth. If I could work with you, there's nothing you cannot do for me. Anything that the professional do or did last night or will do, you do even better. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because last night show impressed many of the designers in this country. They came and told me they also want to make show in Canada soon, in May. No, what I'm talking about? They wanted to do, and they will go to do it in May, and they say they learned a lot from our show last night. You got it? Not me, huh? They. T-H-A-Y, they. So, for example, and many people were very impressed with our work. Okay, all right. And I am the most unprofessional of all designers in this world. Okay. The reason why I can do it is the same reason why you can do it. Because we are wisdom people. We have reclaimed our original wisdom. Apart from being busy and bind with the world, we know how to escape. You know, there's an escape exists. We know we go and get our supply every day and every time we want. Therefore, we become wise, or we come back to the wise nature of our inborn. Understand? So we can do anything we want, but only if you can control your emotion, even to me, your so-called best friend, best beloved, beautiful idol. Be blind to my presence, blind to anybody else around you. Then can you only help me. And you can accomplish everything that I want you to do and everything that you ever want to do. But you don't do that. Any one of you cannot do that up to now. That's the reason why you cannot help me. But I wish you could do the job they do. Because I know you do much better. With more, with even love and devotion and artistic talent and wisdom. But you hinder yourself. You stop all your flow of energy and talent just because you're so intense in your love for me. For anybody, such an intensive love is no good. No good for the recipient as well as for the one who emits it. Huh? Yeah, that's right. Who emit this love, who project this love. No good for both. It takes a tremendous amount, to project something like that. and it takes a tremendous amount to reject something like that. So both are in battlefield, you know. It's very difficult, especially when I have to work, you know. When I have to deal with mundane things, that is mundane thing. And we have to do it in the, you know, worldly way. And you can't at the same time, you know, explaining or taking care of this emotional matter. But you don't know any space and time. You're above space and time. Anywhere I am, anytime I'm there, you're gone berserk. You're gone crazy. So that's the problem with us, right? It's a pity, though. And I hope that you will grow day by day and that we can work together. We can help the world better. You know, if you could have helped me, for example, last night more, we save a lot of money, save a lot of time, you know, and we could accomplish more. But I have to work through a lot of hardship alone, just because you only know how to love, but you don't know how to sacrifice that love. You ask yourself, yeah. Now you look inside and you know exactly what I tell you. You know exactly, no excuse, no camouflage, no because, but, however, nothing like that. You know exactly what I mean. You know exactly what I mean, huh? Especially those who sort of helped me last night. Yeah, you know what I mean, huh? You know very clearly. You know what you did, you know what's your intention, what's your motive, and you know what it feels like. When you work, it's purely work, all right? Dedicate yourself to that job. Just like the first one you do and the last one you ever do on earth again. Yeah? Even the master presence should not disturb you. Then you're perfect. That's why in the Zen tradition they say, if the Buddha comes, kill the Buddha. Yeah. If the devil comes, kill the devil. Kill them both. Yes, then you're free. Because if you're still attached to the Buddha, you're not free. I'm sorry to say that. Because you're not yet the Buddha. You still love the Buddha. You're not one with the Buddha. If you're already one with the Buddha, you don't know if you love or you hate. You don't even smell the difference between you and the Buddha. You don't even detect the presence of another Buddha apart from your own Buddha. You know what I mean? There's no difference then. You can't just stay and stare in the mirror all the time and love yourself. No? You do? You do that? You sick? You kaput? Oh, sometimes we do that. You know what I mean? Because when we make up or we put on some clothes and we just watching a little bit. And that's different. You know what I mean? That's different when you're intensely projecting your love into the mirror, into your own image, and love yourself. That's the same thing with what you do when you love a Buddha that way. That is your own image in the mirror. And you project all your energy there. And forget about everything else you could do. Okay, but that's a beginning. You know, first love. And when you begin to love, it's always intense like that. But I hope you grow out quickly and work together in our marriage for the children. Yeah? It's the same in the marriage, right? You know that very well. If we talk about marriage, it's easy for you to understand. You first love each other, right? The love is very intense. You can't, get away from each other. You can't bear to live without each other for 1 minute or something like that. But later, even love is still there. You must be more realistic, more practical, right? You must build a house together. You must build a life together. And then later you have to live for the sake of your offspring. That's the way we have to do. Even though the love is still there, you can't just sit there and hold each other's hand all the time, like in honeymoon time. Even though the honeymoon memory is still fresh, then you still love each other, the way you do in the first time. But, you are secure now. You have each other. You know it. So it's okay to, control the love energy in order to channel it into a more positive, more practical, more realistic way, in order to protect each other and to help each other to grow and to help the children to grow. The world is our children. We are the marriage people. We cannot stay in honeymoon all the time, but we must work for our children's sake. The younger brothers and sisters, the younger soul, the ignorant, the unblessed, the poor, you know what I mean? The poor in the soul and in the material. We cannot always hold each other's hand and look into each other's eyes and express in our love. We know we love each other. What's the big deal having to show it all the time? Is that right? Don't you know I love you? Huh? And you think I don't know you love me? I know you love me all the time. Nobody need to tell me that, okay? But show your love by action, by your sacrifice. Sacrifice that love for something greater than personal satisfaction. Is that understandable to you? There is nothing greater than the love for a master, between a master and disciple. Nothing greater, according to the Bible and the scriptures of all religions. But I tell you, there's one more thing greater than that. To sacrifice that love for other people. Understand? Otherwise, I don't have to do anything too. I can just sit and enjoy your love and let you smother me, feed me. Or let you show your devotion. Understand what I mean? But we have to do something more meaningful than just expressing our love, which is very obvious to ourselves. I think everybody knows your love. The whole world knows. Okay? Last night, I think all the models on the stage, they have never ever received such a warm welcome and support and enjoyment like that in their life. I think so. Huh? Is that right? What? They were overwhelmed. How you know? You saw, huh? Yes. Because I tell you what, model and stars, they are aloof. They are artists, yeah? Or also they are become like dull with their job, what we call professional sickness. They do it all the time, and everybody just tell them what to do. Walk like here, walk there, wear this, wear that. They have no individual choice. I am the one who told them, you have some individual choice. Apart from the basic, requirement from the director, you can pick up some of your own jewelry, or you think it's not enough, you fix your own. I put the whole basket, flower and things, I say, pick yours. Yes, you know what you want. And add some individual touch to your appearance, that you feel more individual, and you feel more inspired from inside. And that's how you represent it better. Oh, they did it last night. They told me, first time I told them, they told me, but we're not used to it demanding. I said, why? We're used to it, people tell us what to do. I said, no, don't have to do that here. Okay, because otherwise you become just like a wooden mannequin, right? You have no feeling, because you don't have inspiration and no pushing force from inside to do it. You don't enjoy it. You do it just like a machine. Then it's no good. Yeah, that's why I don't come to in the dressing room all the time and telling you what to do, because I thought I leave you room for creativity. Yeah, even the director and everybody. If they ask me, then I tell them. If they don't ask me, I don't tell. Except when in some extreme case, like for some of the clothing set, I design. It must be, the headgear like that, or the footwear must be like. Some are extremely fixed. If not, it doesn't look good. All right? The others is more free. Except in that case, if they forget the headgear, then I say, please, put the headgear on. It makes a difference. Yeah. Some of the the dress must be like that. You know what I mean? For example, like the Indian people, when they go out and they wear their dress, they must have the turban, and that is a must. Something like that. Without a turban, they don't look Indian. For example, you know what I mean? In that case, then I demand. I say, you must put that on. Otherwise, I leave them free. Otherwise, I leave them with their inspiration. And very discreetly, instruct them what to do. Through somebody else, or very discreet. So they think they do it. They don't know that I do it behind the scene. That would be better. If I have to do it, mostly not very direct. I say, to design one of these clothes that you wear, takes many different textures from different places in the world. I travel the world to buy the material. I choose every button that you wear. I choose all the set that you're wearing. So please don't throw them out. Some of them, they're tired and they're fed up with people telling them what to do. Sometimes just throw things. Don't wear it on the floor. Don't want to go out. I say, okay, if you're tired, go home to sleep. But don't do it halfway. So later she does it. And I explained to her, I just want you to look beautiful and perfect. Because you are beautiful. And if you make yourself ugly, I don't think you should do it here. And that's all. That's only one's confrontation. And the rest I do it, behind the door and through somebody else and very tactically. And let them have their own, free movement and will. And that's why they flow last night. Yeah, it was so rigid before. And they don't even want to talk to you. Because it's their job and they're used to it. And, it's sometimes very boring, Even if you have to represent some boring clothes, you have to do it because you do it for money. And the director is sometimes stupid and they tell you what to do and you have to do it. You know what I mean? And it is sometimes very suffocating for them, that I understand. But last night they were superb. They were beyond modeling. They were just representing themselves. And their true beauty comes out. Is that not so? I thought so. And they were running around and picking this and that and wanting more earrings, wanting more things. And I took all my, beloved fake jewelry and give them all to them. Because some of the people who help me to match in things, sometimes they have the personality signature on them. They don't want to give much more. I say more. It's evening. And the model is very tall. Yeah, and the dress for the evening is very opulent. So you must be more generous. But no, they just one earring small or one here, and then the rest, we have a lot. So I thought there's no more. I have to take all my jewelry out, give it to them. And I go out personally, put more on for them. So the model has to shake them out and then do it themselves. They were really, self-assertive last night. And I was very happy to see them doing that. It's rare in the model world that the model go and pick themselves things and say, I don't want this, I want the others. Yeah, but they enjoy themselves and they were really touched, I saw that. They came and kissed me and I said, thank you. after. Because they feel respected last night. Respected and really, loved and enjoyed. And we give them true enjoyment. Mostly in the model fashion, they don't show the fashion to thousands of people like that. They just perhaps invite a dozen or a handful of rich people, maximum of about 300-400, and line them up on both sides, and the model will walk between them. Mostly not so much clapping and enthusiasm like last night. From thousands of people, they nearly died. Yes, but they enjoyed it and we enjoyed too. They feel respected. Their job was nobilized. And for the first time, they feel that their job is really noble. I told them you should be proud and not to make trouble because not everybody can do your job. And you see, you look at me, look at my body, you look at my shape. Can I even do your job? Can I? So they were very happy. Yes. I say, God bestowed beauty upon you. You should treasure it and use it to beautify the world and to give enjoyment to other people in a pure sense of enjoyment. Yes, then they understood. Yeah. Because sometimes I think many people look upon them as just, an instrument, lifeless and, no brain or nothing. But they are persons too. They are us. They're one of us. So that's why when we bring out the best, the noble quality, and remind them of their noble purpose, and they do it with joy. That's why it was so beautiful last night, right? And if I say that's the show of the century, it's not too much, no? Huh? You know why? The century nearly end already. No competition. Oh, not too much. All right. Anyhow, well, I hope we still have a lot of good memory from last night, and then we continue. Mostly these so beautiful and exquisite clothes, people, they are not show it to the large number for fear of being copied. But I don't care. I want to beautify the world. If you want to copy. I don't want to reserve the beautiful things only for the handful, or only for the rich and the wealthy and the powerful. I want all of you to be beautiful. And if you can do them yourself, they're not expensive. It's just the design cost is expensive because it's exquisite, it's unique. You have never seen such clothes before, have you? No, okay. And I tell you what, not talk about the style yet, the cloth, you also haven't seen them. Rarely you can see any like that because the materials are not everywhere. You cannot just go to the supermarket and buy them. It's my travel, it's my love for beauty that spotted them. Some of the cloths are not, just come out, and only in 1 or 2 places. In other countries you cannot buy them. Even if you have money, you don't know where to buy them. If you don't travel worldwide like I do, not on purpose, but because I have my job, by the way, and you never see such exquisite texture. They came from all over the world, different countries. And I bought them for different time, And some of them you can never buy them again. The material, they cannot make the same again, for example. Or I will not go back to that country again. So the material. So even if you want to copy, make sure you do it, the noble way. That's all. That's all I want. Make sure you know what to do. If you don't, then forget it. Yeah? We better do things in a proper way, a perfect way, or we don't do it. And I was thinking in the car, maybe for the disciples, because I designed them for the ordinary working women, not for the disciples only. And even you are disciple, but you work outside in the world. You must be secretary. You must help your husband to represent the company. You must run behind your boss to take dictation, for example. To take note. And then you must look chic and, fashionable at the same time, but you must be able to run on high heel and slinky rope. It's tight, and, very chic, yeah. But to wear tight rope, you must, split it up higher. Otherwise, you cannot walk because ordinary women, they must work. They must run on high heel. They must be able to drive car. They must take their children to school and back. They must help the husband, run after their boss, etc., etc. But they must, at the same time, look good. Yeah, and look expensive. Therefore, you see, but difficult to make all these clothes. I tell you, all this is not philosophy, but you can learn something from it if you want. To make all these clothes is difficult because I make them with the disciples. And you know what the disciples like? Huh? Apart from staring intensely at me and forget what my instruction is, they have their point of view about what clothes should look like. I tell them to cut it, you know, a little bit high on the thigh. They say, no, master, then the leg comes out. I say, haven't you seen any leg before? I say, I don't sell these clothes for monks or or sister in the monastery, please. I would sell them to the secretary, to the working woman, to the, you know, the lady in the society where they want to look good, but they must be capable at the same time. If you don't split the dress up, they will have car accident. Yeah. Or they will fall on the street, and are you responsible? Yeah, and their children must catch the bus on time. How can they run? I mean, yeah. But they forget all about it. They think we can, you know, like the fanatic way, everybody must cross their leg and, you know, cover it and up to here, you know, and then meditate. That's all there is. I say, please, forget it. Yeah, that's the trouble with working with disciples. They're too holy for me. I'm the only mundane person in our group. I think about all this. Yeah?
You plan to do something for men. I would like to be beautiful too.
Oh, yeah.
The dress is not for me, apparently.
Yeah, yes. If you like, you can wear the woman last night. Because up to now, I didn't do anything for men. I do some, you know, accessory like cuffling and the tie pin and the ring. Yeah, that's to make you look beautiful. At the same time, reminding of yourself of your greatness. But I think men are beautiful. That's why I don't design anything for them. Yeah, men never need any makeup or perfume or any exquisite clothes. And all the women in the world run after them. Isn't that not so? Oh. So I only design clothes for women so that we can match up with you, men. Now, we can hardly catch up with your beauty, natural beauty already, with all our makeup and perfume and high fashion. And now if I design something for you, my God, then you become our God. We can never approach you. But most of the men are already perfect. That's why we run after men, no? And we put all this makeup on, and we pay for all the suffering of the cosmetic surgery in order to catch up with men, to catch their attention, to be loved by them. So if I design something for men, isn't that too extra, too superfluous? Is that right? Okay. I think she agreed with me that you're perfect. So actually, I designed something, you know, not on purpose. You know that. You know, all the fashion last night came from myself. I designed something for myself to suit the society sometime when, you know, like last year they invited me to the government and have some party, you know, have some awarding party, thing like that. So everybody should wear nicely. Or sometimes they invite me to presidential dinner, thing like that, you know, where everybody must wear evening dress. And no monk's business there. No monkey business. So from that on, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm invited by head of governments, different countries, or kings and queens and princes, thing like that. And so when they have party, you know, something like that, and all the people are requested and required and obliged to wear, you know, decent fashion clothes. Like women must wear evening gown, even in dress. And men must wear tuxedo and tight or butterfly, for example, like that. See? So from then on, I had to design something to suit to the occasion, to make myself one of them, and not stand out like a sore thumb, and make I'm holier than thou kind of picture. You know what I mean? Make people feel uncomfortable and depressed and pressure. Yeah. I just mix with them, be one of them. That's where and why my fashion starts. And then after that, I wear it a few times, and the people like them and want me to make more for them. And then some of our disciples and friends are in fashion business, and they ask me to present it to the world. That's how it comes out. I don't do it on purpose. I don't design things to, for just because I wanted to make a business or thing like that. Everything comes naturally by us, by me too. Same thing with the painting and things like that. Everything comes from the natural course, a natural situation. Yeah. Yes, actually many men ask me like that. Why don't I design clothes for men? Oh my God. I'm busy enough without men. I was thinking about that too. Maybe I would do, but I don't know how to design clothes for men. Oh, I know, but it's not a joke really. Many people ask me like that, seriously. I don't know what else I can design for you. The most you can wear is, jogging, or vest and tuxedo. That's it. Huh? Long dress? Arabian? We can do that. You make all the men look feminine. Like Indian, Arabian. Then they can just go to Arabian and buy one. California, you can buy? What? Long dress you can buy in Arabian country, or shop, Indian shop, or Muslim shop. Okay, all right, so just had some fun with you, huh? Even though I cry afterward. Now when I talk about these things, it seems funny to you. It seems nothing to you because I try to make light of any situation. But when I'm working and you direct your intensive, loving ray at me, it's really uncomfortable. I must tell you the truth because I never lie to you, even though it's uncomfortable. It's really, really disturbing because I know you were there as a person, solid and demanding. And I dare not offend you even. Oh, you bugs me more than you help. Yeah. I just feel the intense heat, even when you don't say anything at all. Or even when you don't truly try to physically go near me, but you try in your head. And the psychic power, from your energy is really strong and disturbing because it's not pure. At that time, it's not pure love. It's pure possessive, pure demanding. And that's very uncomfortable. So make sure you understand what true love is. True love, you don't feel. You don't feel burdened. Make sure you don't misunderstand. You're too late. Too late. The true love makes people feel very light all the time, and not obliged, not burdened. You see? That's why you always want to see me. And I don't always want to see you. I'm sorry to say, because my love is very light, unconditional, carefree, no binding. But your love is intensive, heavy sometimes, from some, and demanding my attention, my return of your love. And that is not true love. You understand what I mean? Yes. I cannot explain to you in detail how you did it, but you know very well what you did and how. You know what I mean? Just like sometimes you try to help me. It's for sure that you try to help. But for that, you want me to know that you helped me. And you want that excuse as a ticket to go near, and then to explain to me that you don't have any motive. Just to go near and say, I have no motive. I really don't want to get near you. Just, just I'm here, something like that. It's very difficult to explain to you the way it feels at that time. But I guess you understand, no? Anytime you help me, don't try to make an excuse to go near or to project your intensive, demand at me. Then it is perfect. Then it's a true help, unconditional and praiseworthy. Otherwise, forget it. Huh? You know what it's like when somebody's, love you and want to possess you, and then you don't want that person, but he always hang around and stick around and make you feel so, obliged. And sometimes you don't want to hurt him, but sometimes you can't bear it. And you just don't know what to do. You know what I mean? That's the way you put me sometimes in that situation. And I just don't know how to explain, but I hope you understand. Yeah. So make sure that every time you help anybody, including me, be pure, impersonal, unconditional, and just pure dedication to that work because it needs to be done. Otherwise, for a little help that we offer, we cause so much damage, in the flowing energy, the obstruction of the flow of the energy, the obstacle between the smooth relationship, the staying in a perfect love. Make sure there's no motive in your action, no demanding of any kind, even love, even recognition, even praise, nothing. You work as you are the only one who knows that you work. Not even God knows. That is perfect work. Okay? And you will never give anybody pressure in that fashion of doing. You see? Maybe you love me because that's the way I do things. I don't seek anything. I just do it because I do it. Simple is that. Because I don't do anything else at that moment. I just do that. I don't even need to ask why. Many people ask me why I do the fashion show. Of course, because I help the people, because after the fashion show, mostly the fashion show, they dedicate the money for those needy, like poor and sick, or those very incurable disease people, things like that, the neglected people. And that's what we do too. I thought, okay, at least I have, something to do it. Otherwise, I don't want to show fashion show or things like that. What for? Even if for the disciples, you know it already. You will see all my dress hang around anyhow, right? So I don't need to make a fashion show. And for the outside people, they have a lot of clothes to see. So they don't need to see me, mine. But in case, they do? I am not sure. Okay. If they like to see, it's fine. But, I had not really the need to do anything like that. You know what I mean? But since it's for charity, then it's fine. Why not? And besides, we can show it to a lot of people. Maybe elevate the sense of appreciation for truth and beauty. Otherwise, if to make money, you don't do it like that. You must advertise it on the fashion magazine about 1 or 2 months in advance. You must invite all the rich and famous to your show and show them, because they are the one who buy. You know what I mean? The high society people who can afford it. But the way we do, we put poster on the street. Any dog can walk in. And $20 is not much. You know what I mean? But okay, it serves another purpose. It beautifies the people's sense, yeah, and that elevate their soul through beauty. Many people in the fashion show came up to us last night, to me, and their mind changed. First, they're not interested in vegetarian meditation, nothing. Now, through the art, they changed. They're interested. So from the pure business point of view, we don't make money. Not included the money we will give to the charity. The money from the charity must come from my pocket. Because the way we did it, it will not come out from fashion show. If we can make it, all right. If we don't, it's okay. You know what I mean? The most important to share with people the joy of true beauty, yeah, of the joy of noble living and of self-respect. Yeah, the world is already ugly. If we can beautify it in any way, that's okay.